Hello again, this is PC Delta Link, and we are back with more of our Enigmatica 2 Let's Play Normal Mode. This is episode 113. And the sun is rising on another beautiful day here in our lovely world, and we have a open area here now. We've knocked out the wall in this room, where our beginning of our advanced rocketry machines are going up. Because this out here, we're going to expand on this. This isn't going to be the end of this exactly, but our launch pad for our rocket is going to be out here once we get that far. So I went ahead and knocked that out, and I also added another room below it. We, threw some torches down, more than we had, to make sure nothing out here spawns at night and annoys me and whatnot. So, yeah, let me take you down here. So we also got this room down here for something else we're going to be building today. But yeah, we've been putting a little time in on this, getting a little bit of work done. Alright, but anyway, on to continuation for today. Now, we've got a lot of stuff we're going to try to do today. We need several more machines before we can get into space still. So, where's my... Here it is, holo projector. So we're going to need to make a cutting machine. We're going to need a crystallizer. We're going to need an electrolyzer, probably two of them, maybe, and then a chemical reactor. So those are the four things we're going to try to make today. So before we do that, though, we kind of had the floor torn up here, because you might notice that there's not as much stuff up here anymore. I have done a bit of work to hide the power cables, the water lines, all that stuff. So let me take you underneath here. So now we got our sink underneath here with the fluid input hatch. So yeah, very minimalist, just hides it very nicely. Got our quantum entangleporter down here to hide the power source. We moved our manufactory down here. And as you might also see, we've also got some connections to the AE network going on down here. So this is, so it's disconnected right now. We're going to fix that shortly. But yeah, we've got our output from our precision assembler that goes into this chest and then, of course, gets imported back into the network. And the manufactory also outputs into the chest and does the same thing. We have taught the manufactory how to make these silicon ingots out of the sand. If we need any other recipes in the manufactory, we can add those later on, just because this is where this machine's going to be now. I also went ahead and threw 4 energy and 4 speed upgrades into this machine so that it moves a bit faster than it did. As for our precision assembler, we put the 3 primary circuit boards from advanced rocketry in here. So let me... Actually, that might be under... let me take a look. No, there they are. Yeah, the control circuit board, the item I/O circuit board, and the liquid I/O circuit board. And we'll get into the actual recipes and what they entail when I need them. Like, I don't think we've used the liquid I/O one yet. But for right now, just know that I can order our system to create... Well, once I connect it again. I can order the system to create this, and it can do it automatically now. But, let's... where's the... yeah, this is why we need to finish this, because it's still not quite right. And here we go. Okay. The power cable on here, why it's the Ender I/O conduit instead of the universal cable, is because I'm going to hide this with cable facade, since it's kind of annoyingly showing, into the floor down there. But yeah, I need some conduit facade to hide that. We've also disconnected our, oh gosh, what's the crafting terminal up there, because we need to expand on some of the stuff down here we have available. So, all this stuff was working just fine, but with those connections over there, because I added, 2 ME interfaces and then the import bus, so that's 3 new connections. And our setup downstairs was full. This was at 8 out of 8. So I wouldn't be able to add anything else. So what we're going to have to do, and I'm going to do this with you guys, since we don't work with AE stuff too often anymore, and it's always good to kind of go back through that stuff sometimes to remember how to do it, but we need to... Okay, I made a few of these. Well, we're going to need more of those. Crap. We're going to add another P2P terminal onto this network line right here. And probably just going to do it right on this... Well, I guess it really doesn't matter which side it goes on. Let me just do that. I'm going to need I forgot about the... I need another dense cable. Maybe two. But thankfully, our system... Oh, smart cable, not dense cable. Smart cable. But thankfully, our system can craft these, so it's not a problem at all. There we go. But yeah, we need a P2P tunnel to have more connections to the advanced rocketry room. So yeah, let's get our smart cable there. Oop. Well, I guess I can reach it from here. Okay. So give that a minute to come online. Let's see. Okay, there we go, 3 out of 8. It takes a minute for this thing to update sometimes and actually recognize that it's got a valid connection again. Alright, so let's go ahead and get our memory card. I think it's just, is it right? No, shift right click to copy the data. So shift right click to get that. And then we'll drop back down here. Then we'll go ahead and grab our P2P terminal. Okay. And then we will right-click that. And that will load the memory card data onto there. And now we're going to shift right-click to clear the memory card, because I don't need that anymore. Alright, let's get our dense cable. Okay, and now with this, we will have a full 32 channels available. And of course, we don't need 32 channels right now. But we'll have 32 available to us. So we can go ahead and hook this back up. And yeah, I just have a small little tunnel dug under here to get back to this area. Should be able to hook this back up. So all these should be online now again. Yeah, once the system updates it again. Yeah, device missing channel. Yeah, it's going to take a minute. There we go. Device online. Let's check. Yep, terminal's good. And then, oh, easiest way to see if that's online. Let's, yeah, I made a couple of these, but are the recipes there? Yeah, there's the... You know, recipes are clearly showing for that, so yeah, that ME interface is online, and then if I pull up the silicon, oh yeah, I made 100 of it to have ready. You can see the crafting recipe is there as well. So yes, it is, our system is up and running. If you really want to be certain, even though you can just do something like this. And see, it's pulling the cobblestone into the network. So yeah. Alright, so with that done and our little finagling to fix our AE network here is done, and I'll get like a proper elevator or something to get down here later on. For right now, it's just going to be a hole in the floor. But we're going to start with the what we need to actually get a rocket into outer space. So we're going to need rocket fuel from this mod. And that's going to require a chemical reactor. Oh, that's a nice little... I love the wall disappearing on the right side. That's an interesting visual glitch. I'm not sure I've seen that before. Not to that degree, anyway. Alright, anyway. We're going to need a couple different machines to get our rocket into space. So yeah, we're going to need an electrolyzer in order to separate hydrogen and oxygen from water. And then we're going to need a chemical reactor to create the rocket fuel. However, there's a couple things we're going to need first, though, and this is why we need our other machines. So let me get our chemical reactor. So you see, this isn't too bad. We got our user interface that we've used before. Gold plate, this is for the chemical reactor. the control circuit board, liquid I/O circuit board, and item I/O circuit board. So this actually uses all three. And it's been a long time since we've gone over these, so I'll go ahead and briefly go over all three circuit boards again. But you have your complicated recipe, but of course we're using the precision assembler. So all this needs is a piece of redstone, a copper plate, and a silicon plate, which of course is made from either the rolling machine, or we have all the recipes set up in our metal former downstairs to get these plates. That was this one, right? Yeah, that was the copper one. And then we've got, for the item I/O circuit board, same thing, but with a gold plate instead of a copper plate. So again, not very expensive recipes here. And then finally, the liquid I/O circuit board is a piece of lapis, so you don't even need the extra plate. So yeah, none of these really take that much work to make when it's not this recipe. This is so much cheaper and easier to use. User interface, I'll go and show this. I do not have this taught to the system yet because I don't have a consistent source for lime dye. I don't have infinite flower petals or lime dye available, so until I get a better source of that, we just manually crafted a bunch of these and threw them in the system for now. But yeah, 2 lime dye of however you want to get it. You can either grind your flower petals from Botania, or what I ended up doing for lime dye was... does it show it on here? Let me see if it shows it in here. Yeah, bone meal and cactus green. I just crafted a few of those together, and that got us some lime dye. And then, yeah, the pane of glass, glowstone, and redstone. So not a very expensive, but kind of annoying to get the dye. But here's the new item we don't have from this, is basic circuits. And unfortunately, these come from a cutting machine. So this is why I said we had to build the cutting machine today as well. And this comes from a basic circuit plate, which is from a silicon wafer and redstone and gold. And the silicon wafer, finally, comes from the cutting machine again, which requires a silicon boule. And the silicon boule requires a crystallizer. Do you see how this is all like tying together here? So we're going to start with the crystallizer, because that's the first thing we're going to need to do today. Let me show you one other thing. Electrolyzer. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this is the same problem where we require the basic circuits to make the electrolyzer. So let's start with the crystallizer. Let's get our thing here and left click the crystallizer. And if I remember correctly, this thing isn't too big. Let me... Let me break that torch real quick. That's not too bad. I should move it over one more, though. So, like, right there. Yeah, that might work. Yeah. This might be a temporary setup because I would like to get these more seamlessly integrated, with other power sources like this one here. But that may not be an option, at least not for today. So, actually for today, I might just put this elsewhere. I've got another quantum entangleporter ready to go in here. So let me grab that out because that's where we're going to be throwing our power into. And I'm done with the memory card and the... yeah, the rest got used up. Okay, yeah, so just the memory card. Don't need that in here anymore. Alright, let's just put it... Well, I guess I can try to put it here. We'll see. Alright, so what do we need for this? We need some coils. Looks like 2 coils, 1 on each side. And then that looks like a power plug in the back. Got an output hatch there, an input hatch there. The actual crystallizer block, of course. And then this is something new, quartz crucibles. And we need 6 of them. So I have this recipe taught to the system. There they are. So I will go and make these, but I will show you the recipe while it's crafting those. There we go. So it's not too expensive. It's just a cauldron surrounded by nether quartz. Well, in 4 spots, not all 8 spots. And that gets a quartz crucible. And of course the cauldron is just a U shape with iron ingots. So yeah, not too bad. There we go. Let's grab those out. And then I remember from last time that we found the aluminum coils are actually better than gold. So that's what we're going to make for this part of the recipe. So yeah, let's get our 2 aluminum coils. Because for now, it's really the best I have available. We need a power input plug. Now, I have gone through and taught the AE system a lot of these recipes. Input hatch, fluid input hatch. Did I not teach it power input? I could have sworn I did. Unless, is it in my backpack? Because there was a couple recipes in here. No? Okay, I'm gonna check that because I could have sworn that I threw that recipe in here. Yeah, there's okay. Crucible. Oh, we had the batteries. We may not have the actual recipe. Hang on. We do not. We put the batteries in here for it, though. So we had the small batteries in here because the power input requires those 4 small batteries with the machine structure. But yeah, I forgot to get that. So let's go teach the system that. To be fair, there was like 20 recipes I dumped into the system for a lot of this stuff. Okay, let's get this. Crafting recipe. Encode that. Thank you very much. I feel like there was something else I needed to craft as well. I'll think of it if it's important. Or find out when something doesn't work. You know, the usual. Okay, power input plug. Alright, so let's go back over here. There we go. Just need one of these for now. Huh. Iron rod. Well, see, this is why we had to do this, because it's important to find out if this kind of stuff is messed up. Okay, I see the problem here. So, the problem is, it has the wrong iron rod in the recipe for these small batteries. So let me find that. Yeah, because see, we have our iron rods right here, but it's using a different iron rod. Where was that battery recipe at? There we go. Okay. So let me just clear that recipe. Shift right click to clear the blank pattern. Then we'll just throw it back, not in that one. In here. So if your system does this, yeah, like right here, see it's got the iron rod from the Vulpes library, but not the iron rod that we use. So if that's the case, you just need to grab one of those iron rods, left click to delete the item out of here, and then just left click to place your item in there that you want it to use, encode that pattern, and now we've got the correct iron rod in the AE system for the crafting. And it does already know how to make the iron and steel rods we're going to need, so that's not a problem. So, alright, let's head back up, and now it should properly work. So let's see here. Power. So it still wants that. Okay, that's not right, because... That's frustrating, because I just taught it the correct recipe. Unless, did our... Okay, hang on. Did I mess up the machine structure blocks? Is that what happened? Where's our machine structure recipe? That might be messed up as well. I may have screwed both of those up. Okay, let me grab that. And let's just clear it and just start it over with that one. Okay. I'm sorry about this, guys. Okay, let's do this and that and delete those 4 iron rods. Give me the immersive engineering rods that are way easier to craft. Okay, encode that. Thank you very much. Alright. Okay, hopefully last time, and this should hopefully work now. Hopefully. There we go. Right there. Alrighty, and back over here finally. Hey, there we go. Finally, got it to work properly. Okay, sorry about that. Bit of a failing right there. Recipes can be tricky, though. Sometimes it's good to see this. Oh, my, shoot, my holoprojector thing went away. Why did that go away? I need that. Yeah, because now it's going to be all messed up for now. Oh, well. Okay, so we need an input hatch, the crystallizer, and the output hatch, and then the crucibles on top. Okay, and something else we're going to need, which I should have put this in before we did this. Let me get a piece of conduit, and we can just tap into that network right there. Excuse me there. Okay, should have... Yeah, we have a couple of those Ender energy conduits left. Okay. And that should be powered. Alright, let's get that. Okay, so we need our input hatch and output hatch. And these should all be craftable, hopefully, correctly, yes. So, another thing we had to craft for this, and that we taught our system how to make oak chests in order to craft these things. And we actually did it from oak wood. That's why we're getting 4, because it's putting, 8 oak wood in a circle to create the oak chest. We found that easier to do than to tell it how to create planks and then how to take the planks and turn it into a chest. It was one less step of a recipe. So it didn't take as long to figure that one out. And then we need output hatch. And yeah, we've already got a chest now. So let's grab the output hatch and then the input hatch. There we go. And then last but not least, we need our crystallizer itself. So let's see here. Crystallizer. Here we go. Okay, I don't know if I got redstone repeaters or not. Let's find out. We do not. And we also need some user interface. So let's get these going. I think I can make a couple of these. Yeah, 4. That works. Alright, and we'll grab a couple of these UIs and just throw them back in here. Okay, crystallizer. Here we go. 2 nether quartz, item IO circuit board, control circuit board, steel plate, machine structure, and 2 redstone repeaters with the user interface. Gets us the crystallizer. Okay. Hey, achievement thing. Quest. There we go. Did it care which side it was on? It's got the output on the left. Okay. That's fine. Output. Input. And that should be formed. Hey, alright. There we go. We got our lovely little, well, sometimes transparent thing to see in there. You can see we turned it on. Okay, so what can this be used for? Well, let's see here, because I, of course, don't have any recipes taught to this thing. Looks like the primary use of it is to get silicon boules, and that looks like its only purpose. So this thing is not as important as I would have thought. But for now, let's go ahead and grab some of our silicon out. And sure, we'll grab a big old stack of 64, why not? Just throw it on in here, and let's see how fast this processes. Well, that's not terrible. Can we, yeah, we can kind of watch the process happen. And no, I don't believe it makes 3 at a time, unless I'm wrong. Let's see. No, it does not make 3 at a time. So yeah, it shows 3 there, but it lies. It's full of lies. It is not making 3 at a time. Alright, so we'll let that run. In the meantime, let's get going on getting our cutting machine that we're going to need. So let's take a look and see what this needs. Let's just throw it on the floor here for right now. Oh, we need, oh, there is no other level for this. So this is a very tiny machine then. So this just needs a power input, output, input, the cutting machine block, a saw blade assembly, and a motor of some kind. So alright, we can do that. So we did teach a motor to our AE network, the advanced motor, which is the best one I can get right now. So yeah, we taught it the gold coil recipe, you know, we're using the correct rods, that's why we can do this. So let's go ahead and craft one of those. So yeah, because we made that motor before for previous machines. Alright, the saw blade assembly, I think that's going to have to be one. I don't think I taught the system that because this is not one we're going to be using much. Here it is. Saw blade assembly. So this is 4 iron plate, 2 on each side, iron rods, and then an iron saw blade. The iron saw blade comes from another piece of iron plate and 4 iron rods. So I'm going to see... No. Oh, wait. Did I... This is one of the ones I had out here, and I completely forgot about it. Yep, okay. Yeah, I had it on the crafting table to show you guys, and we just did it a different way instead, so that's fine. So here is our saw blade assembly. And now for the... Oh, where is it? We need our cutting machine. Here we go. I see it. Well, that's not too bad. 2 steel gears, user interface, 2 circuit boards, you know, the control and the I/O circuit board, obsidian, steel plate, machine structure. Yeah, that's not bad. Oh, I don't have any gears. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Let's grab, like, a few of these in case I need them for something else. And just drop them back in there. Okay, we have a cutting machine. And, of course, we need... There's our power plug. We'll get, like, a few of these things ready in case we need them. Okay. Output. And then we need input. We've got power input. I don't think this required water. I don't remember seeing that in there. Yay, quest. Yeah, no water. Good, okay. Where should we put this one? You know, I might... This is only 3 wide, right? Yeah. We could probably get it over here. Onto the... That's the output hatch. We can eventually take the... Oh, that's the input hatch. We still might be able to make this work. Let's see if we can do that, yeah. Cutting machine goes in the middle. Saw blade, motor... Input, output. Why is my mana tablet on the bar there? Get that out of there. Okay. So motor, saw blade assembly. Inputs in the back. Output, power, right? Nope, backwards. Crap. Output, power. That's going to be annoying hooking power. Well, I can dig underground. We can get something. Okay. Oh, we got something wrong here. What did we do wrong? Well, that's output hatch. That's correct. Output hatch, yeah. What don't you like? Oh, this one, this can be kind of annoying sometimes. I wish this system did a bit better on explaining when something's not working, why it's not working. Let me try to rotate the saw blade. Oh, hang on. I might know what the problem is here. There we go. Yeah, it was facing the wrong way. Okay. I may end up moving this at some point. Because, yeah, the buttons are... you know what? Let me just do this. I'll be right back. Okay, now it's facing the correct way. It actually looks appropriate with the thing facing this way. So, alright, let's go ahead and get this hooked up to some power. That was a weird bit of lag right there. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna have, like, maintenance tunnels dug under here. We have our cables and a torch or two down here while we get this squared away. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh, and if you're wondering, this finished wall that I ran into by accident doing a different project, actually... Oh, can I not get... What the... Oh, there's cable above me. Okay. Yeah, actually leads over here to our... So yeah, I ended up hitting this wall earlier while I was working on this place. But for now, we're going to try to leave that undisturbed. So, alright, let's get our quantum entangleporter. Yeah, I can move this stuff later if I need to. Why doesn't it have power? Unless it's not outputting at the bottom. Okay, that's input, that's why. Or wait, yeah, input. Output, thank you, okay. Good night, what was with the lag right there? That was weird. Okay, Why did you go to that block? Okay. Okay. And now I can't get out of here. No, let's just make this easier. There we go. There, didn't need to get out of there. You can just warp out of there. Okay, yes, cutting machine is good. Let's turn it on. And now let's take some of those silicon boules that we should have. Yeah, 64 of those. And is that all these are used for? Yeah, that is literally their only function. So let's just dump all of them in here. Why not? How fast is this process? Not too bad. Oh, that hurts you. I mean, it makes sense. It is a giant saw blade spinning on the table. I do like that you can actually see it processing it correctly on this one. Alright, cool. So now that we have some of these wafers, yeah, here we go. Yeah, now we need to teach our precision assembler a few more recipes. Biome changer, interesting. Basic circuit plate and advanced circuit plate. I don't need the advanced circuit plate, but we'll go ahead and teach it the recipe. Oh, hi there, sir. If you don't mind, this is a private room, and I did not invite you. I know it's raining outside, and I'm sorry, but, yeah. Oh, crap. But yeah, I did not give you permission to warp in here. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of our XP that we just got from that. Get rid of the drops. Okay. But yeah, we'll go ahead and teach our system the recipes for those so that they're ready. Ready for when I need them. Wait, these are used in crafting? Oh, they are. Huh. Okay, cool. Alright, let's get this recipe first. Encode that one. And then let's get the advanced one. So we have it for later. It's not too expensive, just redstone block with a gold and the silicon wafer versus the redstone dust gold and the silicon wafer. So yeah, neither of those recipes are really that expensive. We'll go ahead and put both of these in the precision assembler ME interface right here. So they are ready to go. And now we should be able to make the basic circuits. Or get the recipe for it and then teach the system how to make the basic circuits. Oh wait, I don't have... Oh right, that's not on the cutting system. And I do not have the... Okay, so this will be a project for me to work on in between episodes to get these both hooked up. Alright, well let's go ahead and order some of those basic circuits then. And let me just throw some the silicon wafers back in here. Yeah, here we go. Basic circuit plate. And let's order... We threw 16 in there, so yeah, let's just do all 16. And we'll just wait for these to process. There we go. Coming along quite nicely. Yeah, it works decently fast. And as usual, I know this is our first episode back since we're working on our online schooling now. But as usual, we're going to be going longer than we normally would. Probably, I'd like to be done at 45 minutes, but it may end up being an hour by the time we're done. But let's keep moving on. We got our 16 basic circuit plates. So since we don't have, how many, yep, get out of there. We're busy, we need this. So all you have to do is throw the basic circuit plates into the cutting machine, and that gets you basic circuits. There you go. Wait, does each of those make 4? Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so yeah, we're doing really good on that then. That's a very nice, efficient recipe. Okay, 16 should be enough. Yeah, I probably don't need as many of those. Let's just throw our wafers in here, throw the silicon boules in here, keep the circuits. Okay, so now that we have this, we can get the electrolyzer finally. There we go. Okay, so... Oh, I think we do have one redstone torch as well, so that should be perfect. Yes. Well, perfect, I say that. We may end up making a second one of these later. We'll see. For right now, we're going to start with one. Oh, I didn't show the recipe for that. My bad, guys. So yeah, the control circuit board, our new liquid I/O circuit board, 2 steel plates, machine structure, 2 basic circuits, a redstone torch, and then the user interface. We're also going to need a sink. Surprised I don't have any of these made. Get like 10 of these. These really aren't that expensive. There we go. Just need one for now. Alright, we got pipe already, I believe. Hey, electrifying. We don't have much pipe, actually. Ooh, basic mechanical pipe. Thank you very much. Yes. We'll go ahead and take... Yeah, that's pretty good. About a stack worth. Let me throw the rest of the basic circuits back in here as well, because I don't really need those. Yeah, we'll throw those back in there as well. Da-da-da-da. There, we need that, and... I don't need the backpack at the moment. That can go up here. I don't need this. That can go up here. Alright, so we need the electrolyzer pieces. So let's go ahead and find the electrolyzer. Here it is. Let's see how big this thing is. Okay, so that's not too bad. May need another... Actually, I know I'm going to need another quantum entangler, so let's go ahead and get that crafting while we're messing around with this. Get 2 of these. Okay, so we need... fluid output, 2 fluid output hatches, the electrolyzer, 2 machine structures, a fluid input hatch, and then 2 power plugs, and a coil. So, alright, let's start with the coil, because that's the easiest thing. Yeah, I need to teach this thing aluminum coils. Alright, aluminum coil. Let's get fluid input and output. Again, I'll make a couple of these so that way they're ready to go for later. Okay, get 3 of these as well. Sure, why not? Alright, fluid output. Actually, we need 2 outputs, so yeah, this works out just fine. Okay, we need power. And it wants 2 of those. Hey, we got 2. Perfect. And then we need some machine structure blocks. Which I thought I had with me, but maybe we put them back in the system. So let's grab 2 of those. Alright, so this is going to actually be built downstairs. Hey, electrolyzer quest. Very good. So yeah, we're going to build this downstairs, and hopefully our quantum entangler is done by now. Yes, it is. Thank you. Just need 1 of those. Oh, I don't even know. Okay, whatever. Oh, wrong place to go down at. We're going over here. Alright, now I do not have a setup permanently in mind for this because I may make this room a little bit bigger. I'm undecided at the moment. But for now, we're just going to do the best we can with what we've got. Okay. We need this, there we go. So, essentially, this is the first step to getting rocket fuel. So, we're going to need... We have fluid input in the back. You know what? I should be able to dig into the wall to get this. So let me go ahead and just do this. Let's throw our sink down. Get our mechanical pipe. And get our configurator out. Set that to pull. There we go. Got water flowing. Perfect. And I can just close that wall back up because we do not need access to this once it's going. Alright, the electrolyzer goes in the front. Need our fluid input. Output. Structure blocks. We don't need the mechanical pipe at the moment. Oh, geez. No. You're supposed to go there. Okay, power input right there. Fluid output. Fluid input. And you can see it's filling up with water quite nicely. I notice sometimes when I'm in these interfaces, the draconic flux capacitors, some kind of glitch out on how they look. Unless I'm in like a certain spot. Yeah. Okay, that should be formed. No. Oh, the coil. Duh. Okay. Got it. There we go. Okay. So yes, our electrolyzer is built. So now it just needs some power. Which, yeah, again, this is all going to be kind of temporary. Let's just set it to drill power. Set. Drill power public. Eject. Output. Thank you. Now, I think both sides of this... No, they don't both need power to work. It doesn't look like. No, it does not. We're going to go ahead and power both sides anyway for symmetry. But, so as you can see, we got a little lightning bolt effect in here. Does that hurt me? No, I can't. Well, no, I can't walk on it. Okay, it's a solid block. But yes, if you look at our fluid output hatches here, you can see we do have hydrogen and we have oxygen. They are being created in a 1-to-1 ratio, which is not how chemistry works, but we're going to ignore that detail. So we need these liquids to get our next product and part of the fuel going. So we're going to need both of these materials, and we're just going to get some pipes on here. We could also use some tanks, because we're going to want, although it's going to be a long time before it happens, but we're going to want a buffer for these at some point. So, you know, let me just build it myself. I remember the recipe well enough. I believe it's just iron and redstone to start with. Yeah, 2 tanks. Oh, right, they don't stack. Okay, and then... game, thank you. Let's get some... Oh, we're going to need reinforced. We're going to need 4 more of this, which we can't tell it to craft, so it's going to give us 8. That's fine. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, come on. Enriched. Okay, I could not remember the name of that stuff. Yeah, as usual, we need more of that too. Okay, got that tank upgraded, and the rest of those are not done yet. Hang on, let me just do this. There we go. Okay, and I did not mean to do that. Well, hang on, I can do it this way. Yeah, there we go. Elite tank, and let's go ahead and just upgrade to the max rank. Atomic, isn't it? Yeah. Not the potato. Atomic. Craft another set of that, please. And we'll just wait a moment, and then those will be done. And then we can finish both of these tanks off. So there's ultimate fluid tank. Yeah, still not done yet. That's fine. Let's check it now. Nope, not yet. Where you at? It is a multi-step process to craft these, to be fair. Okay. Okay, it should be done by now. Alright. There we go. 2 ultimate fluid tanks. Very nice. So let's take these down here. This will be a nice little buffer chest. Or, well, yeah, not chest per se, but you know what I mean. Alright, let's go ahead and get our configurator out, and we will go ahead and pull the... There we go. You can use kind of whatever pipes you want for this. We're just using this because this is what we got. Something I shouldn't... Well, I'll get into that once I get the next part done. So now that we got the electrolyzer set up and running, we need the chemical reactor, which that's the thing that actually creates the rocket fuel. So the chemical reactor, let's go ahead and find that in here. Okay, not too big of a machine also, just a 2x3 size. So let's see, we're going to need 2 fluid inputs, yeah. And an input. What do you need the input hatch for? Oh, right, if you need tanks or something. Okay. A motor, a machine structure, so we need one of our motors. Let's craft that. We're going to need a machine structure, one of them it looked like. Grab the motor. Okay, fluid input, we're going to need 2. Perfect. We need fluid output hatch, of course. Input hatch. I don't know if it has an output hatch or not. And then, of course, power. Power input. Hey, perfect. Output hatch, fluid output hatch, input, fluid input. Oh, there's 2 power plugs. Dagnabbit. Okay. Craft 1 more of those, if you please. Thank you. Alright, let's get this set up downstairs. We're going to have this in line with this one. So let me move this torch for now. Let me see what we've got here. I can get that a little closer, but this is basically how we want it, yeah. Let me do this. That's fine, yeah. Okay, so let's get going on this. Let's get our power plugs right here. And then we need an output hatch right there. Fluid output hatch. That is not a good spot for the fluid output. Can I change these, I wonder? I wonder if it'll let me do that. Sometimes you can flip these. Let me put the fluid output over here and the output over here. Input hatch. We need fluid input hatches. Yeah, I may have to, if it doesn't let me do that, I'm going to have to flip this around. Input hatch. That's machine structure, right? Yeah. Machine structure, motor. And then, yeah, it would help if I actually had the chemical reactor itself. And the motor needs to be flipped around, too. I hate when it does that. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's go back upstairs, because I don't have the actual chemical reactor itself. We just have the rest of it. Okay. Gets our food back up, topped up there. Alright, chemical reactor. And we're going to need another tank, I just realized. Dagnabbit. Chemical reactor. Here it is. So this isn't a very expensive recipe. A lot of these are very similar in the recipes, but this is 2 gold plate, our user interface, machine structure, 1 of each of our circuit boards, and then 2 basic circuits. We don't have gold plate, but I know I taught the system how to make gold plate, so we can get that real quick here. Alright, there's our chemical reactor. Let's go ahead and grab that. And I also want another tank for storing the rocket fuel that's output. This is a temporary measure. We're going to get a multi-block tank eventually. But for today, for this episode, I'm not going to bother messing with that. So let me just do that. Yeah, we'll get 1 more ultimate tank. I was going to say, that should give me a quest, which it did. Alright, chemical reactor. Let's see how this goes on if this actually works or not. Nope, I believe it's not going to let me form it with these switched. So, which means we may have to change this around a bit. Let's try it again. Yep, crap. Alright, so yeah, our fluid output's going to be here. Which... yeah, I'm going to have to flip this around. Dang it! Okay, let's do... Not that close. That's better. That'll work. Okay. Fluid input. Okay, input hatch. Output hatch. We really aren't going to need access to the output hatch. Mainly the fluid output hatch is what's important here. Okay, and then we need power, of course. And then our motor. And then the chemical reactor. There we go. Okay, so now all we need to do is hook this baby up to some power, and we're going to be in pretty good shape once we do that. Okay, yeah, we're going to end up... Again, I'll clean up the power setup and whatnot in between episodes. This is all kind of a jumbled mess right now. But for today, this is going to be acceptable. It's the best I can do for short notice today, and we're almost out of time. We're pretty much right at an hour. And yeah, we'll power both of these later, but for right now, this does technically work with just one set of power going into it. Alright, we need our mechanical pipes. So we're going to pull these out of here into our two tanks here. We got our hydrogen and our oxygen. So see, even after all this time, we're only at 17 buckets worth. So this thing does not work very fast. So let's go ahead and pull that out. And you can see it is now running. And if you look here in our output hash for the fluid, you see we have rocket fuel being produced very slowly. So this is also why I wanted to set this up, because this is going to take a long time to fill, and I want to let it just build up passively in the meantime. So yeah, it's a little bit loud, but it's not too bad. Oh, there you can see the little, when I look at the right spot, you can see the animation on the machine there. So, alright, let's go ahead and get our fluid tank set up right here for this. I'll go ahead and set this to withdraw, and that should work. Yes, it does. Rocket fuel is in there. Okay, so let me get away from the noise machine here for a moment. So one thing I said I was going to address, and now that it's built, I can. I could get a muffle block there, too. Oh, I might do that real quick, because we need to talk about something with that, and it's kind of important. Here it is. Gonna need one of these. Music note block. There we go. We've used one of these before in our Enderman spawning room downstairs, but now it's going to be handy for this instead. Or so I thought. Okay, never mind. You'd think that would have worked on that. That's unfortunate, because now it's going to be... Okay, fine, whatever. Alright, plan B. Let me do this. Ta-da-ta-da. I'm not even sure if this is the one that controls that. Okay, yes it does. Alright. So, something I had to address about this, because some of you watching this may have already been wondering about this, but now that it's gotten set up, I can talk about it. So, you might be wondering why we went to all the trouble to set up the electrolyzer, when in Mechanism, we have the electrolytic separator, creating the hydrogen and oxygen that we're used to using from, you know, our normal machines that we use every day. You know, one of these, essentially, to make hydrogen, oxygen, and whatnot, and just get our hydrogen and oxygen that way, because why not, right? It's easier, you just need power, you don't have to have an elaborate multi-block setup. The problem is, I tested it out, and it does not work. And here's why. Oh, right, blocks have no sound. I was like, the elevator didn't make any noise. But yeah, here's why that does not work. So, Mechanism, what you're getting from the electrolytic separator is not the same hydrogen and oxygen as these are. So the first thing that's obvious is, you know, these are mechanical pipes. This is a liquid. Because I tried to, you know, just to be consistent, I tried to use the pressurized tubing that's used for gases from Mechanism. Pressurized tubing does not connect to these machines at all. So it has to be the liquid pipes, and they clearly work. But it has to be the liquid pipes, so you have to have liquid, oxygen, and hydrogen. So you think, okay, fine. Just take the Mechanism gases, get the rotary condensator, and turn those into liquid. You can do that. Yes, but then again, they are not the same thing. I tested this on a creative world, and you see this is hydrogen and this is oxygen. When you take the Mechanism versions of those, it is liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen, not just oxygen and hydrogen. And I tested it in this machine, and it will go into it. If you will look at the fluid input hatch when you're running it, it will have liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen, but it cannot process it. It just sits here and does not run and does not create fuel. So, yes, it has to be the electrolyzer. It has to be this version of the machine. And, yeah, it has to be done this way. As kind of slightly annoying as it is, but yeah, there's really no alternative to it, unfortunately. So kind of a minor thing, but still something that has to be noted. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know about that, and if anyone was going to try that, save you some time, because don't do it. It does not work. That would kind of be nice if it would work. It would give some nice cross-mod compatibility, but of course, cross-mod support is something that's really never expected. Nice when it happens, but yeah, you can't expect it per se. Well, alright, I think that's going to be all for today. Next episode, again, is probably going to be in about a month. And hopefully next episode we'll get to go to space. We're going to, of course, just have a lot of rocket fuel stored up in the meantime. I may build another one of these setups, or actually we're getting a surplus of the hydrogen and oxygen. I may end up building a second reactor to try and process this quicker. We'll see. I'll play around with this, and we'll see about, yeah, hopefully going into space next episode, getting a rocket set up and properly leaving. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you guys next time.